Hello everybody at Enchanted Emerald, this is Melissa bringing you another card pull, and I know I've already done a weekend read for September the 13th, Friday the 13th with this full moon in Pisces. However, I was definitely feeling called to talk with you guys a little bit about how to best navigate these emotionally charged situations as we head toward the weekend. And I know what had come through for the weekend read was that sometimes no reaction is the best reaction of all. And so, kind of following up with that, I've had some more messages coming through, and I felt like it was really important to share this with you guys. And so, in support of that, I have pulled a card from the Archetype cards, which is one of my newer decks, which I am so grateful for, is the Prince card. And so, because it's in the upright position, we're working with the light attribute, which is romantic charm and potential for power. And so, with this, I'm really seeing as you work with relationships, maybe possibly letting go of relationships, looking at some things this weekend that might bring a little bit of conflict, because we talk about full moons, we talk about letting go of things that no longer serve us, and relationships happen to be one of the main focuses, one of the things that are of main focus with the full moon in Pisces this round. So there's some transformation that's going to happen. And you could be presented with new opportunities too, of course. But either way, whatever situations come up this weekend, it's important that as people interact with you, that you are mindful of how you're responding to them, because preserving your self-esteem, your respecting yourself, and your self-worth is going to be tested a little bit there. It's going to be challenged. So and how we best do that is when someone is presenting themselves in a not so great way, if their demeanor isn't great, if they are making rude comments, if they have negative behaviors, things that are kind of intolerable to you, you can choose to dismiss yourself from them or be dismissive of their actions. And with that is, being not so quick to clap back. We are not stooping to their level, so to speak. And so with that, I feel this part of that song, ashes ashes we all fall down, because if you're stooping to their level, you're both going to be left like belly up at the surface of the water, trying to navigate this situation, and it could make it worse. And so that's really what I'm feeling with all of that. In the end, nobody would win, right? And so really focusing on being fair and equal and maybe neutral in a situation, because you don't want to be a sellout to yourself. So when I say you don't want to be a sellout to yourself, I don't want you to be settling for situations that are subpar to what it is that you deserve in your life, and also be reflective of that in how you respond to others and your own personal demeanor, because after all, we're all kind of like rulers in training, right? So whether we're going to be ruling our household, whether we're going to have a family that we have to set a good example for, whether we're doing that within a job, whether we work with others, teamwork, whether we're going to be doing that in peer groups in the future, whatever it is a learning experience throughout this whole thing. So, and staying true to that, and so aspiring for a lot more for yourself, and because your self-worth is non-negotiable, right? And if you're keeping that in mind as you present yourself to the world each and every single day, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to stick to more pleasant demeanor, right? Because you know that there's consequences for not acting in what it would be a typical expectation in society. So, and I'm not saying that negative behavior is not acceptable. What I am saying is if you're constantly striving to be better, that's what I'm saying. So of course, we're all human. We all have days that we have bad days, but it's what we do with that. If we know that we're feeling a little bit negative, and maybe we could take some time for self-care and remove ourselves from situations in which might make us feel more upset. Maybe we know we haven't been sleeping, things like that. So being mindful more of that. But so like looking at playing to your strengths, like what your talents are, what are your talents, and what do you bring to the table in presenting yourself in your day-to-day, in your interactions with others, would be a question that might come up for you. So that's really what I'm feeling for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk with you all again soon. Thank you.